So I've got a good story for you about the first time that I was traded, and it involves a toothbrush. I'd gone about 2 or 3 weeks when I was in Washington playing for the Capitals and Jim Schoenfeld, the head coach, and I had not been feeling great. So I'd been to the doctor's office. I was waiting for these tests to get back. We played a game in Long Island against the Islanders, and I'm still wondering about these results. It's on my mind. As everyone knows, when you're not feeling great, you're always wondering what the heck's going on. I came in from that warm-up and sat down for the 20 minutes where you get prepared for the game, and the coach usually comes in, gives you a little speech, you get your skates sharpened if you need to. I had one skate off and was getting it repaired when all of a sudden Jim Schoenfeld, the head coach, showed up in the office, and he said, Jonesy, I want to see you in my coach's office. I'm thinking to myself, he must have got the results. This is going to be some terrible news that he can't tell me here. He's going to take me into his office. I sat down in his office, and he looked me right in the eye, and he said, Keith, I have some terrible news for you. And I thought, oh my God, I'm dying. And he says, you've been traded. And I looked at him with a huge smile, and I said, thank God. And he said, you're taking this a lot better than I am. I said, I love you, Shoney, as a human being, as a coach. We don't get along. But really what I was thinking, I'm just happy to be alive, because I had no idea that message was going to be one about being traded, and thought it was all about getting some terrible medical news. Moments later, I was back in the locker room, still with one skate on, by the way, hobbling into the room and looked at the guys. The Avalanche had just won the Cup the year before in '96, and said to all these guys I'd played with for 5 years, I'll see you guys in the finals. So I walked into the concourse. All the fans were getting ready for the game that I had just warmed up for. And here I am with my hockey bag on my shoulder, my sticks in my hand, and searching in my pocket for a quarter to use the payphone to call the Colorado Avalanche. I borrowed money off the trainer. Sluggo gave me $80 to put in my pocket. I had only brought a toothbrush with me because it was a one-day trip for us going from Washington to Long Island, and it sat in the front pocket of my suit jacket. I grabbed my toothbrush, took the $80 that I borrowed from Sluggo, and found a cab outside Nassau Coliseum. So I get to the airport, and they say, okay, here's your ticket, and it says coach. So I said, no, there's been a big mistake. This is first class. And they're like, no, you're in coach. So I said, no, you can change that. It's first class. So they did. Landed in LA, walked into the room with this team that had just won the Stanley Cup for breakfast, and said, don't worry, boys, I'm here. I'll take it from here. And that was my first introduction to a team that had a lot of Hall of Famers on it, including Forsberg, Sakic, Waugh, Claude Lemieux was there. It was just an amazing opportunity, but a lot of fun too, and a great way to break the ice. But that's how I ended up being traded for the first time. And the Avalanche did bill me for that first class ticket. Ended up costing me, I think, around $1,700 out of my next check, which I wasn't overly pleased about, to be honest with you. So that kind of sums up the story of my trade from Washington to Colorado for some much better opportunities to win a cup back in those days.